Well, I hope so because I'm looking for help. um, I picked a topic that I am not having fun with, and it is creating emeralds and business builders. And I am a huge recruiter. Okay, so I recruited 115 people last year. This year, I'm probably going to recruit 100 people. And I can't make two diamonds because I don't have real business builders. So I get either a lot of discount coaches or a lot of people that say they want to work this business and don't put any work. They want this business. They don't want to work this business. So I have run a variety of groups this year. And one of my groups was wildly successful. I made 9 emeralds in 4 weeks, and none of them held. So I was really good at creating the group and getting them fired up and giving them lots of reasons why they should be emerald and teaching them how to get to emerald. But I don't know, like Seinfeld, I don't know how to hold the emerald and convert that into someone who wants to work the business. So there are some phenomenal videos out there that explain the difference in your salary when you add your spouse and why you should add your spouse. And I took the blind leap of faith and I added fiance and son, and the salary, my income is hugely different because of it. It really does matter. It's double because I added the 2 of them underneath. But part B was I worked the business. So I got these people who added their family members and then don't work the business. So I just watched on the wall, and anybody see the little clip that Brooke Lipoff posted, the Coach Jimmy clip about, working the business. And yeah, this is hard, and I'm not going to tell anybody it's easy anymore because what I got was a lazy organization. I have a lazy organization. So you too? Okay. So I am now running a diamond dash because I'm going to have probably the points for elite. I can be 5-star for elite. Not going to make the 2 diamonds, maybe 1, second one. It's ridiculous to have recruited 100 people and not be able to create 2 people that can add 12 people to their team. It's just ridiculous. So clearly I'm doing something wrong. Oh, if I tell you that there's a really bad feeling. Oh, thank God. It was chewy toy and not poop or pee from a puppy. Thank God. My foot just felt really wet. That was a really bad sensation. I can take chewy toy wet. All right. So what the hell was I just saying? I don't know what I just said. So I cannot make this second diamond. So I'm now running a diamond dash, and I took a different approach. And I said, listen, I'm only going to work with people that do certain things. So first of all, I had them fill out this form. And if they didn't fill out the form, they couldn't be in the group. Because if you're not going to fill out a form, you're not going to work us, right? So it was a little bit of pulling. I'm not going to say I stepped away completely, but I did get them to fill out the form. And then there's a website, a training website that Tara and Micah have. So I said they had to be in it, and they have to be doing the training. So every night I have a check-in. Did you drink your shake? Did you do, what workout did you do? What flavor shake? What workout? What module are you on? And what video are you on? And they're doing it. Some are going slower than others, but they're all watching the videos finally. So now I realize I have to hold them accountable, but I have to let them do their own pace. So now I can see who's Zooming and who's not doing it at all. And I said, listen, guys, it's fine if you don't want to do this. If you have not watched a module yet, what you're telling yourself is this is not your goal right now, and that's okay. So if that's not your goal right now, I'll take you out of the group and take the pressure off. And when you're ready, we'll run again. And that's all I can do. Now I don't know how to make people understand the consistency and that you have to run a business like a business, and that getting them to Emerald easily was not great. And I saw somebody post that once before that said, yes, you should get your family members in there, but getting somebody to Emerald with family members is not good for longevity. And I see it too. So maybe one family member just to secure that spot, but the other one needs to be a real genuine person that they're helping, so that they have no investment. So what happens is they're in Emerald, they're in my challenge group, they have no customers, and they never evolve at a challenger or a worker. So I'm looking for people's suggestions to make it more concrete. I can artificially build things. I need to seriously, I mean, I have one solid diamond that went to 2-star. I have another diamond that decided that pregnancy was the time she wasn't going to work her business, so she hasn't done anything in 10 months. She's still got an organization under her. She's got someone who's going to be diamond hopefully soon. But she's not in a financial bind, and her why is just not that strong. I think she will start working again, but she may not, and I'm not going to count on her for anything. How's that? I'm done counting on people. So that's my thinking, and I just need to know how people take people who say they want to work and either figure out that they do or don't, and how to facilitate them without doing for them, because I do too much for everybody. I dumb it down, and the more I dumb it down, I mean, I'm tired of people telling me that video you posted is 47 minutes. Yeah, I know, because I watched it 3 times. I mean, that's not a good thing. When you're telling me how long a video is, you're telling me I don't want to put 47 minutes into my business. Suggestions? Lindsay, you were shaking your head.
Yeah, I mean, I have a very similar situation to you. Okay, buddy. So after leadership, I really, really came home with like some major takeaways, and I have gone, all right. I have gone through what you are talking about all year long, where it's like I grow these emeralds and then they just like disappear, and they sign up their family members, and then they're not selling challenge packs, so they're not, covering the sorry, just screaming for emeralds. So they're not selling challenge packs, and then they're not covering the cost of their husband's, sign up, and then they go inactive, and then everything falls apart.
Yep.
Like, go get more. Go ahead. Go get more, bud. So anyway, I came home from leadership, and really like the topic. We weren't there, right? No, we weren't there. Okay, so I came home. Everything there was about, getting back to the basics and remembering why we started this, and stop trying to really build coaches like immediately and really focus on your challenges first, because I feel like once a challenge, can you guys hear me with the screaming? Okay. Once a challenger starts getting a transformation, that's really how they're going to be motivated to become a coach. Like just signing people up, discount coaches, getting them to Emerald, that's all like a numbers game and doing it really quick to try and like help boost your business. And what I've learned this year is it doesn't work. And so I came home and I messaged all my coaches that have expressed to me that they want to sell, that they want that in some way, shape, or form, they've told me that they want to be more than a discount coach, and they either want this to be a hobby or not, or a big thing. And I said, I need you to give me your goals. It was a Saturday. I said, I need you to give me your goals for the rest of the year, whether it be just that you want to work on your own transformation and maybe help a person here or there, that's fine. And it could be that you want to go diamond in 2 months. That's fine too, whatever your specific goals are. But if you don't answer me by tomorrow night, I'm taking you out of this group. And that's it. And it's okay if you don't answer me. But I want you to know that I'm not going to spend my time on it anymore. Like, I can't keep giving and giving and giving and giving and not getting anything back. And so I had 2 people out of like 7 or 8 not respond, and I just took them out. And I've never done that before. And now I have a thread going with only my personally sponsored coaches, because I've also like always had a thread going with everybody on my downline, so like other people's coaches, and I just try to help everybody, and I'm like, I can't do it anymore. I have to focus on mine, and I have to recreate me with them, so then they can go and recreate again, and pass it down. And so instead of focusing on like this one's downline, getting her to Emerald, I just need to focus on the people that want my help. That, when I say, send me what you read for personal development, every single person in this group needs to send it every single day. No excuses. I don't want to hear it. And I'm like, there's going to be tough love now. Like, I can't pretend anymore. And I can't just be like, oh, no problem. You didn't read for a week. Well, you're fine. No more. Like, everyone, if you want to be in this group, if you want your business to grow, you do this. And since I did that, it's been really good. It's been like really positive, because I got the negative stuff out. Like those negative vibes, those negative people who don't respond, who see it, but don't answer, they're gone now. And whatever they want to do, I'm just going to let them do it on their own. If they don't want my help, they don't want my help. And so what I really realized is you can't push it on people. Like when we all became coaches, like we just became Emerald coaches, right? Like, was it like that big of a deal to do it? Probably not, right? Like you were just like, okay, I'm going to be an Emerald coach. Like I'm going to work and I'm going to figure this out and I'm going to do it. And like maybe just haven't found those right people who are going to do it.
That's it. I agree.
It sucks. Like, it totally sucks. But if you think about it, like, to become a 15-star diamond, like, you need 15 people. Like, 15 awesome people, just like all of us, to do that. And, like, we can't focus and spend so much time on these people who we wish would do it. We wish would do it. We wish would do it. Because there are people like us that will do it. But we're spending so much time, like, dragging these other people along that we're not looking and finding these other people who are ready to do it. And I think once we do that, like, we'll all grow. We'll stop being like, why is my Emerald dropping again? I just did a, great announcement, and 2 weeks later, they're not paying for their husband's shake. Like, what the hell? Like, we got to just, like, get rid of that negativeness, and if they want it, they'll do it. And I apologize for the screaming. But did any of that make sense?
Yes, 100% of it. And that, you know what? So here I am. I'm looking for some reason why I'm the failure. And that's it. It's not us. It's
you are not the failure.
Yep.
You are not the failure.
That's it. Because I keep saying I can't make diamonds. I can't make people stick to Emerald. And it's not me. They're not the right people. It's not right for them. And I'm trying to drag. And I watched a little tiny video of Trey Bearer, and I'm sure this is an old saying, but he said you can either carry 100 people on your back or run with 10. So I'm carrying the 100 people on my back. So what did I do? I took my eye off of anyone who might build. And yes, I get people great results, but I did it backwards. So now I started doing it the other way since leadership, because I paid very close attention. I wasn't there, but I wish I was. So I was telling Kevin, I have 2 people. I put all my discount coaches, everybody on my team page. And I'm a little careful with my team page. If I want to talk about something really businessy, I do it in a thread, a message thread. I don't do it on the team page. So I tell them that they're there for additional support, to ask questions, whatever. But I have 2 of them that are getting really good results, or 3 that are starting to play along with the coach things I'm posting. So I said, okay, everybody, it's Transformation Tuesday. Let's all post our transformation. And 2 of my discount coaches posted their transformation on the team page and acted like coaches. And I said, this is fantastic. You guys look great, and they've seen me like shout people out on the page for transformations and stuff, because I shout everybody out also on the team page. Look how good this one's doing. Look how good that one's doing. And they posted it on their pages. And then I noticed in the group that I'm running this time, somebody said they had a tough day. I can't remember why, nutritionally. And one of them said, you know what, we're doing this together. We're going to do this, blah, blah, blah. So and I've had little conversations with them like, you're doing so great. You're like coaching. And they're like, I'm thinking about it in January. So they're evolving and they're seeing snippets of what I do. And I think that's the right way to grow the coaches. I've been artificially trying to create them and manufacture them when I wasn't artificially created. My coach didn't know what she was doing. I have a coach between me and Tara, and Tara's fantastic, but I didn't know about Tara really until several months in, because my sponsor coach is really just a retailer. She's gotten herself a couple of stars. I'm one of her stars. Her husband's her star, but she didn't help me at all because she doesn't understand any part about the business. Still to this day, this is 3 years later, she doesn't understand the business. But I evolved by getting a great transformation. People were asking me to help them. I started to do it. I started to look at YouTube. I mean, nobody trained me until I realized that Tara was having a diamond training. Then I went in, and that's how I did it. But it was from watching 1,000 YouTube videos because I was interested, and learning that way. And then that's all of us. I mean, all of us spend a tremendous amount of time. So it's just a matter of when we do chance on one of us, working with them instead of working with all the other people. So I started doing what you're doing. And I said, if you don't fill out this form in this message thread, I'm taking you out. And that's fine. But I'm not going to spend my time. I will run with you if you want to run. I will fly with you if you want to fly. But I'm not going to drag anyone. And I think I need to stick to it. Now, my 2-star is annoyed because I babied my first coaches. So she wants me to run coach basics groups for all the coaches and have my team calls geared to, let's help you with inviting. And I said, no, we have coach training. She won't go and do the coach training, so her coaches won't do the coach training. But I only have one non-PS in this Diamond Dash, and that's because she's like one away from Diamond. And her sponsor coach is my pregnant one that's been out for 10 months. So I don't want her to not have support, and she's working her ass off. But
so
yeah,
wait a minute, Maureen, let me just ask you a question, because I just want to make sure that I got that. Your 2-star does no training?
Mm-mm.
She just expects you to do it all.
Yes,
yeah. And you just shove her right out of the nest.
I shoved her out, and she is not happy. Here's the things. Yeah, here's what she said recently. Because
all laws of leadership. Tell her to go read it and then come back to you.
Oh yes, I'm going to. So she hit 2-star and she wants to go to NLC, and I said, make sure you have. Out of courtesy, I said, make sure you have those 30 elite points. You never told me about elite points. Why didn't you tell me? No. That back office has the same information for you that it has for me. You get an elite report every single month, just like I do. And it's one of those, and I'm like, I'm working with my PS coach. She did this to me on a call. She said, don't you want to ask the new coaches if they're struggling with anything? And I said, no, that's what their upline is for. They work with their sponsor coaches. I said, this is for training, for general training. And she said, and she got off the phone, got off the thing, and she said, I thought this was for new coaches. And I said, well, again, that this is not. This is, a training call for the whole team. And, everybody needs to work with their PS coaches. And I just kept saying that. And she's like, but they want to hear it from you. I said, but I have my own PS coaches I'm working with. So I am trying to, it's very hard to undo what I've done. I've done damage to my first year's coaches. So that.
I did too.
Yeah. That's my own fault.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying from now on to do what Lindsay said. And if you want to work with me, I'll work with you. If you're not going to if you're not going to answer your goals, that's fine, but I'm going to take you out of the thread because then I feel resentful and like I'm dragging someone.
And you know what? I did that I dragged along this one coach all year, and she didn't want anything to do with any of this, but she had built this business and then she abandoned it. And she was like one coach away from diamond. And I'm like, there is no freaking way I am walking away from this and like missing out on leadership and missing out on 5-star. And, you know, and I built it for her. And I did get to go to leadership, but it like tore mine and her relationship apart because I expected things from her. She wouldn't give it to me. Like, I was like, can you do this? She wouldn't do it. I'm like, can you please do this? Do you understand? This is everything for me. Like, this is like everything I've been working for. And she wouldn't do it. She wouldn't message me back. And, you know, like maybe if I would have just stepped back and like taken ownership and just let it go and focused on somebody else that did want it, maybe I would have had like a real diamond coach that's still here today instead of this fake diamond coach that is no longer my friend, no longer communicating with. And she's not even, I was like, I'm not helping you anymore. Like, I can't do this anymore.
I had 3 that were 1 away from diamond this year. 2 quit completely. 1 is still just a challenger. And she's still close to diamond. But she will not build it, and I will not build it for her because I'm not doing, and I foregone, whatever. Leadership did not happen for me this year because one of my good friends, my coworker from my last, my job, good friends had diamond, let it go, and I had pushed her to diamond. It was my mistake. Shouldn't have pushed her. She lost it when I stopped, pushing her. I'm not going to do it anymore. And so I was not 5-star to go to leadership. And I was sad that I couldn't go to leadership a little bit. Number 1, I said, well, all the videos are posted. And number 2, it's not my time. I didn't build a strong enough organization. I'm going to let this go. And next year I'm going to have a super strong 5+ star organization with the right people in place. And that's it. I'm letting it go. I'm like letting the universe take over. And I want to do it the right way because doing it the wrong way and having, you're right. So those people with 15 stars have to get 15 of us, but they don't. They manufacture, some of them manufacture them. And they hold for those 6 weeks and they crumbled. Coach Jimmy said the week after he held and became 15-star, he was back down to 9-star.
Right.
The next week. He said, and they have been gone for a while, so it doesn't look like he's getting it back. And he said, so now I'm going to Superstore Weekend as a 9-star.
Right.
It doesn't make you feel good.
I went to leadership as a 1-star diamond.
Yeah, it doesn't make you feel good, right?
No, it doesn't. And what you just said is what I spoke to Kevin about yesterday exactly, that like it will be my time when it's right and I'm going to grow my business the right way.
I said the same thing to Kevin this week too. Kevin, we had the same conversation, didn't we?
And
it was what I said at the beginning. Like this week I've had some of my favorite conversations and you two are part of those favorite conversations because I can hear, just listening to you guys talk about this, I can hear the emotion. I can hear what you guys are saying, and it's not fun. It's like you said, I can build a hollow whatever but by in 6 weeks I can do it no problem, but it doesn't feel right. And that's not why I signed up for this business. I didn't sign up to just hit a title. I signed up to change lives. And that's what I'm going to do differently about this year. I'm going to focus on people. 2017 is going to be my year.
I feel like I'm repairing the damage I did by going for the shiny object.
Yes, the sparkles, the shimmer and shine.
Yes. I got distracted, and I have an upline that went really fast. Tara went really fast and push for that 15-star goal by 2 years. I think she made it at 2 years, 4 months, whatever. But that was what she wanted, and she goes after a goal like that. And that's what I started to do. And, I went after 5-star like that. I got it in a year, great. And then it crumbled. So that's not what I want. I want a strong, sturdy business. I'd rather be Jason DeBold as a 9-star that's not looking for 15-star, that's a freaking bazillionaire and has a solid business and his ego is not attached to superstar diamond status than someone who, there's, 50 superstar diamonds, but only 15, no, I don't even think 20 of them got the bonus. They're not holding.
So, I mean, I get what you guys are saying. I guess I have refused to place coaches. I don't know what you guys are doing. Like you're saying, like I just build them or whatever. I've never done that, but I feel like I have decided, and I told Kevin this last time we talked, I'm not doing push groups anymore. They're depressing for me, and they're depressing for the people that don't get there. So I made a decision that I was not going to do any more push groups. And I told my team that. And I asked them the other day if they wanted a tough love video, because some of them love it. And they're like, yep. I'm like, okay. So I got on there and I was like, the reason I'm not doing push groups is because I spent all these time creating them and posting in them. And I work a 9 to 5 that I plan to continue with. And so it takes a lot of my time. And so when you guys don't hit the goal and no one participates, it stinks for both of us, right? So I talked to 5 of my personally sponsored coaches that have told me they really want to run. And I sent them each the 12-week year at the beginning of October. And they've told me it's the best gift I've ever sent them. And I sent some pretty good gifts. So that says a lot, I feel like. And they've all been like really dialed in with me. And it's not depressing for me because I can go, it's just a thread. It's not a group. I can go into that thread every day and there's no like negative energy and everyone's super excited to be there. And I'm going through a tough time in my life and I can't do the negative energy right now. And I've told people that, and I've had to send a lot of bless and release messages. Like, I'm here if you need me, but right now I'm running and you're not interested in running. So that's what's really helped me, is getting away from those dash groups, those push groups. They were bad for my mentality. They were bad for the team's mentality. I don't think they were helping anyone.
I think you're right.
Like, you know what? I never did those when I started. Like, I started with my upline coach and I basically started at the same time, and we didn't know what we were doing. And we just learned along the way. And I didn't do a diamond push group. I didn't do trainings. Like, I went into the back office. I read stuff. I used to call customer service. The way that I found out how to make a link, I called customer service and I asked them, I'm like, I don't understand. Can you walk me through this? Like, that's how I did it, you know? And these groups, like, yes, okay, they're push groups and some people get to diamond, but I find that they don't hold it. Like, if they really want it the way that we wanted it, that are on this call, and that's why we're on this call, they would just do it. Mm-hmm. They would just figure it out and do it. And we can't push people, you know, it's push to diamond. You can't push them to do it. They have to want to do it, you know, and you could do 5 trillion assignments. It doesn't matter. If you don't deep down in your heart and your soul want it the way that we have all wanted it, they're not going to do it. They're not going to hold it, and it's going to be a waste of time, you know?
I love that. You know, if I could just chime in really quick, I had a call. It wasn't with one of you two yesterday, but I did have a call yesterday with a coach. And what we figured out after talking back and forth is the coach is here, but she's talking to the coach as if they're right here. The training, the lingo, the push, the amount of pressure she's putting on him as is for a coach who should be in this spot, but the coach is back here. And I said, you know what, this is going to be hard, but what needs to happen is we need to go back and meet them where they are at and start over. But don't tell them we're starting over, but you need to almost start over, because you're frustrated, they're frustrated because you're treating them like they should be here. And maybe they should be, but they're not. And so now we need to go back and say, okay, let's figure out what you need, and then let's move together.
I did that, and I am so guilty of that, because I started this like page training back in like April, and I see how it helps the business. And so like anytime I signed up a new coach, I'm like, you got to do this like page training. You got to do this. You got to do that. And right before leadership, we had Anita Myron come on our team call, and she was talking about her trainings and stuff. And I asked her that. I said, how do you start out a coach? Like, now that social media is so different and there's so much involved with like Facebook ads and this and that, and like, how do you get them to do that, invest time in that? And she goes, you don't. You 100% you don't. That you don't do that. You start them the exact same way that you started. You cannot be throwing things like page ads in their face, because they're going to have no idea what you're talking about, and it's going to make no sense, and they're not going to grow from that. They need to start the same way you did, like slowly, learning what a challenge pack is and what is Success Club, and like, how do I hit it, and like, let me talk to my best friend and see if she wants to do this with me, and stuff like that, which I completely lost myself in that, because I'm like, if they start their like page, they're going to grow. I wish I would have done this 3 years ago and my business would be so much bigger, and I want them to do it. No. Wrong.
Love that. That is so true. Kelly, we have 2 minutes. You're new to this group. Let's hear what you have to say in less than 2 minutes.
I'm just soaking it all in, but I 100% agree. I have some people that I feel like I was like pulling through the mud, and I'm not pulling them through the mud. And I have so I am 4-star, but right now I'm actually 3-star, and the one dropped and he wants it back. And like my other diamonds, honestly, like when they see that they may drop, they're like, oh no, I can't drop. Like they want it for themselves, and I love that. Like I don't have to push them to hold. And so my focus is I just want more people like that, because I don't want to have to hold it for other people or any of that. So
you don't want to have to tell them. Like,
right, they should know it. Exactly.
Like I know if I'm going to drop. I know if my husband's going to drop. Like no one has to tell me. I watch that all week, and those are the kind of people we want, that are watching it and they know, and they're working their ass off all week to get it back. And if they're not, you guys, it's not worth it.
No, I shouldn't have to say, did you check your back office?
Exactly. Because if they didn't, then they're going to be gone before you know it anyway, and you're just wasting your time.
Okay, guys, darn it, we're out of time. Love this conversation. I love this group.
I know, I could go on this forever.
Me too. I feel good now. Thank you, guys.
Okay. Thanks, guys, for a great call. We will see you in 2 weeks. Awesome. Kick butt. Let's do this.
Bye.
Bye.